Hi everyone, Frank DeMore here with the End Times Research Ministry. Today is February the 5th of 2018. And if you just found my YouTube channel, please go over to my website, endtimesresearchministry.com, and you can download my documentary on Bible prophecy and current events. The book is called The Last Chronicles of Planet Earth. In that book, you'll find a chapter about the coming wars between the Arab nations and Israel. It's found in Psalm 83. And in Psalm 83, one of the nations that are mentioned coming against Israel is Egypt. And I've given some scenarios on how it doesn't necessarily have to be the Egyptian people, but the people in Egypt who come down, or the people who are living in Egypt at that time, making a confederacy with other Arab nations that we see in the Psalm 83 coming against the nation of Israel. Let me give you an example of that. This is going to be a short video, but I wanted to give you some insight on what's been happening. The report is from Israel Today, and it's the 5th of February. Report exposes Israeli airstrikes on Egyptian soil. A bombshell report by the New York Times last week reveals that Israeli aircraft have been bombing the Egyptian Sinai for the past 2 years with little or not media coverage. Of course, the target of these strikes is not Egypt or its military. The target is ISIS. See, the forces of ISIS have moved in to the Sinai area, and they've been actually killing some of the Egyptian soldiers. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Egypt coming down, but the people living in Egypt. Let me continue on. It says the jihadist horde has managed to set up a fairly significant base of operations in the Sinai Peninsula, which with the fall of the Caliphate in Iraq and Syria is now a major ISIS stronghold in the region. ISIS terrorists in Sinai have been behind numerous deadly attacks on Egyptian soldiers, which is why, according to the Times, Cairo was only too willing to cooperate with Israel to eradicate the threat. So here you have a group of people in Egypt that hate Israel, and they have pledged to destroy the nation of Israel. So in the context that we see here, it is possible that it doesn't have to necessarily mean that the Egyptian government is going to be behind this massive attack, but the people living within Egypt itself. And so it really behooves us to pay attention to what's going on in the Middle East. But what we do know is Israel is making strikes on a people, exact people, that is prophesied in Psalm 83. End of story. That's why it's really important to understand and watch what's going on in the Middle East. This is Frank DeMore with the End Times Research Ministry. If you want to know more about Psalm 83, just go to the Bible and read Psalm 83. It gives you all the details, and it even names the people who will be coming against Israel in the last days. Bye-bye.